Hi there. My name is Panag Bhattacharjee, and I'm the founder and CEO of M&Akitchen. A little bit about me before we talk about my path-breaking venture. I've got more than a couple of decades of work ex, more than 23 years uh, across small, medium, and large enterprises, strategic, financial, and institutional investors, um, doing my gig pertaining to both buy side, sell side, and advisory work towards investment banking. Uh, some of the spectacular achievements in my career pertain to, there's several examples, but a few that stand out pertain to the sale of RIB. I mean, 27 buy side acquisitions into RIB, enhancing its EPS and market cap, wherein it was later acquired by Schneider Electric, global energy management giant, for a more than a 50% premium at 24x EBITDA at an enterprise value of 1.5 billion. So from start to finish, wherein we just closed the acquisition at the verge of the pandemic, uh, my strike rate was around 2 to 3 buy side mandates per month globally, right from the United States to the European Union to Asia, rest of the world, including Africa and the Middle East, etc. So, in the process, I understood a few things, few nuances that in the investment banking marketplace and the investment banking industry, and I've also done 10 sell side, so total of 37 odd transactions worldwide. When I was executing all these transactions, I interacted with both the buyers or the investors, the sellers, and the advisors, and the due diligence experts, and everyone involved, the post-merger integration specialists, everyone involved end to end in the whole investment banking space of deal making. And I strongly felt that there is a need that exists in this industry, which is totally underserved when it comes to automation. So traditionally, how investment deals have been happening globally is that the sellers try to approach the investors, usually uh, looking at advisors, broker dealers, or middlemen who have their own way in the deals, and expend a lot of time and effort, wherein such a deal could be construed with maybe a huge percentage deduction in the actual effort used by the broker dealer, if it is something which is available virtually online and on your fingertips 24 by 7. So this idea basically came to me that one, yes, most underserved when it comes to automation. Secondly, the whole industry, investment banking marketplace, tends to operate in silos, and is not interoperable or tightly integrated using one common platform or a system. Uh, there are systems that exist today which uses AI in bits and parts, the likes of PitchBook, but this is really not something where you can actually do the entire transaction online. I mean, if you're one buyer and you're looking at multiple sellers, so if it's like an auctioneering process, and you get to choose the chosen target based on the particulars online. I mean, nothing like it. So this would result in a in a category defining industry vertical, virtual investment banking, uh, you know, so on fingertips. So Also, during the pandemic, I felt the urge, the need that people were actually not able to go out and see their targets. I mean, with respect to investors, not basically physically travel to the targets, yet try to do deals virtually, stuff like that. So who knows, how the external environment is going to behave in the near future, because we might be looking at a World War III scenario, of, maybe by the 2030s, given the whole lot of regional wars that are happening. So under such a scenario, it's apt. I mean, the deal making should continue, and therefore it is more apt to have something right on your phone, because today, since the time you wake up in the morning till the time you go up to sleep, you have one handheld device by your side, and that is your cell phone. So if deals could be done using your cell phones, the end-to-end investment deals or investment banking, I mean, this would be spectacular in itself. So whereupon I came up with this, conceived this idea of the virtual investment banking marketplace, M&A Kitchen. Now, I felt, and why I use the term kitchen is because I'm a creative person, end of the day. So I felt that, the kitchen concept is something that holds semblance or a lot of similarities with how investment banking works. So once the chefs in the kitchen, they organize the raw material for the cooking, and then it follows an entire assembly line production till it reaches, the guest or the customer plates and the dishes. So this end-to-end process is very similar to investment banking, wherein it starts with deal origination, followed by your LOI or term sheet, followed by due diligence, and then the SPAs and SHAs and the post-merger integration, etc. So why not combine this creative concept of cooking with passion, like once George Bernard Shaw mentioned, that the greatest love in the world is the love for food. So why not combine that concept and that passion into a virtual investment banking marketplace? And so hence the name M&A Kitchen. So that is the reason. So what does M&A, so given my background, the problem or the need that exists, the ideation and the solution, it's like beyond, I'd say, an invention or a discovery, which creates a new category defining maybe sub industry segment within investment banking, or a totally new investment industry segment, virtual investment banking. So this redefines the banking and financial services industry worldwide, wherein the human intervention factor is kind of eliminated, and you can do deal making 24 by 7. And so one is the convenience, the use of technology such as agentic artificial intelligence, such as the infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. Blockchain, securing the buyer, seller, and agent data over blockchain, and then augmenting it using quantum, using game theory of building permutation and combination relationships between, say, a buyer and a hub, and then multiple sellers, or or one seller and multiple buyers. So many to one to many to many, one to one. All these mathematical relationships based on game theory, which makes it very interesting. So I'm deeply passionate about what I'm trying to do here, and I basically need the seed to convert this idea into a real plan, and make this a spectacular endeavor Like one may say, it's like a Tinder or LinkedIn or a Bloomberg terminal for M&A and investment banking, but I think it's beyond that. It's a combination of all of these because there's a lot of collaterals, there's a lot of research. The value added offerings include your investment research, both for the buyers, sellers, and as well as the agents. The whole marketplace research defined by industry segments. So there's a lot of R&D that is going on the sides for the value-added offerings, which again opens up a separate revenue stream. So the revenue stream in this business model is kind of fourfold, as you can see from my pitch deck as well. So it kind of starts with with uh, basically uh, the direct marketplace interaction between buyers, sellers, and agents. What stands out as my differentiator, apart from the AIRP, blockchain, and quantum, is also the very profound auction as a service, or AaaS, wherein this is something that does not exist right now worldwide. It's a very strong differentiator. So what I'm trying to do here is have kind of bi-monthly events wherein you get a ticket. It's like getting into a movie or an auction house, and you use that ticket that you have, which is also based on available both to subscribers as well as non-subscribers. So that is your ticket to the live investment event. What happens there is, say for example, you choose the window of healthcare, and you enter healthcare, and then you see the four subsegments within healthcare. Uh, so you have to choose your role as a buyer, seller, or agent. So you see care providers, pharmaceutical or life sciences companies. You get to see, and this is just version one of the product. So very excited about it. And so you get to see the life sciences, med devices, med insurance. So you choose the kind of target you want based on whether you're an investor or a seller or an agent, and you enter the given meeting room, which is powered on Amazon Web Services and Google, and you can use it to both Android and iOS, and so you enter that. There's a lot of tech that goes in the background. So R&D in tech is huge here, because what we finally serve to the end user is, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are a lot of layers beneath. So yeah, I mean, that is the part where you enter and do all the one to many, many to many relationships, and basically you either choose your targets or your investors. You kind of get to know each other and move from there. I mean, this is just version one of the product. Now, version two of the product would also include the nuances of transaction while considering the SEC regulations and other regulations country wise and geo wise for public listed entities as well. Then comes the sovereigns, family offices, etc. So the product is defined very beautifully. It's a one time form that you fill either as a sovereign wealth investor, a strategic financial or institutional, whatever your category is. And it's a one time filling in of the application form, and basically based on subscription. So that is the subscription revenue that comes in for each of the buyers, sellers, and agents. So it's a very beautifully defined concepts, like Disneyland for investment banking, I'd say. And yeah, so given my background, uh, this kind of, the first thing in the world, the first mover, and this kind of a concept of auction as a service while taking care of AIRP, blockchain, and quantum. I mean, this would be, I think, something like when Steve Jobs invented the iPad and deciphered the tablet PC industry, or when the photocopy machine was invented, and later people, rather than using the generic name, they referred they referred to the brand name Xerox. So it's like Intel Inside for PCs. So it is, I think, this kind of multi-billion enterprise that I'm trying to build here, and would appreciate the support of all the like-minded individuals in this. Yeah, although I'm the sole founder, but I've got partners, and I've listed them in the pitch deck who are willing to participate when they see some leeway on the seed funding coming in. And I'm very flexible on that part. What I need first out of the 5 million is at least the $1 million odd uh, kind of scenario wherein I can at least have the MVP up and running. The 1.3 mil I needed out of the 5.3. So I think this is, the enterprise value that I'm trying to portray now is, I mean, minuscule size compared to what this project is going to achieve. And yes, I want to become the Pablo Escobar of investment banking. Thank you much. I appreciate it. Looking forward.